Hey family, how you guys doing? We are the Boudreaux. Yes, we coming to you guys again on tonight. I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes. What we have been talking about uh, our credit. Mm.
It's on.
Mm. There's something just happened. So how do I go back? Oh shoot! Don't need to search. Hey you guys. Got a new phone, so kind of playing around with it
Okay.
for a little bit. But hey, Tracy, come on in. So I have my husband with me again tonight, and all this week we've been discussing credit. 2018 is about to end. We get ready to go into a new year of 2019, and we're gonna just share our experiences with you all on last year on when we joined. So I'm gonna go first. So last year when I was working, I had the privilege of meeting my upline, my mentor, Lakina Belcher, and she had came into our office and she was talking about credit. And I knew I was in a situation where I needed my credit increased. I had a bankruptcy, I had a foreclosure. Hey, Teresa. She said, hey, show some love. Hi, cousin Naomi. How y'all doing, family? So I had a couple things, negative things on my credit score. She came in and she was telling me about this new business that she had a venture out in. And with her venturing out and doing that, I said, you know what? I sat on it for about a month, and I was like, you know, babe, it's time for us to start getting our credit together. How you doing? She said, hey, babe.
Hey.
So she just, I sat on it for about a month about whether or not when kind of had the same things that you guys have about, getting your credit straight. So I went through that for about a month, but I knew that it was time for us to start getting into buying another house.
Yes.
And so the only way we could do that was to work on our credit score. So getting some negative items removed. So, hey, Teresa, thanks for coming in. So I knew we had to do that. And so after I spoke to my husband a month later, she came back in and I said, hey, girl, I just want to go ahead. It went off. Okay, so let me see how I can get it. Oh, okay. Is that better? Let me know if you guys can hear us. Is that better? Can y'all hear us? Hey, Teresa. Can you hear us? Okay, y'all can hear us? Okay, cool. All right, so, and when she came in, I was telling her I was ready to go ahead and get my credit together. And so I signed up. And not only did I sign up to just get my credit together, but I also signed up of as a agent because I'm an entrepreneur by heart, by spirit, or however you want to call it. But hey, Percy. So, and I knew that it was an opportunity to make money. And so that was a life changing event. And so when we joined in November and last November, and when we went to a private PBR that we were invited to, we went there not knowing who we was going to come in contact with.
Right.
So it was about 3 days later, right after signing up, babe. So we get there and we just amazed because we pulling up to this mansion. And as we pulling up to the mansion, you know, it was just a whole neighborhood full of mansions. We was like, oh my God. And it was like cars on cars, like probably 200 cars of people just pulling up. And so we knew at that point that this was something big. And when we went inside, there was a photo of the couple who owned the home. And I kept looking at the picture and looking at the picture, and I kept saying, babe, I think this is my old neighbor. And so just how, you know, God just do things, and how people are meant to be in your life for a time, a season, or a reason. And so I kept saying, she looks familiar. She looked like my old neighbor. And so when time went on, I got a chance to speak to her husband. Very down-to-earth couple, very powerful couple. Hey now, Renelle, thanks for chiming in, girl. So very powerful couple that that was there, and we was just amazed. So when we went downstairs in her basement is huge enough to hold all 300 people in us, and that was just one side of her basement. So that was awesome. And so when she came out and she began to speak, and her name is Nicola Smith Jackson, and when she came out to speak, I just got so emotional like I do now. Only because I know that it was a divine moment for us being there. It wasn't just by chance that Lakina walked in that day and was talking about credit, and that I signed up. And then 3 days later, I'm at this lady house who was my neighbor from 14 years ago. And she was a single mom, and she had 3 boys, and one was in a wheelchair. And, you know, we used to talk all the time. She was a stylist. So, you know, she was a single mom. I was married at the time to my kid's father. And God just brought us back around full circle 14 years later. And when she began to open her mouth and just talk about the goodness of this company, of joining FES and being a part of something that was so big, and how God has just been in the midst of all of it, and just her spirit, my spirit was connecting to hers, so I was just leaping on the inside. And it just, I couldn't explain it, but I just knew that whatever I signed up for at that time, I didn't know. I'm just thinking I'm signing up to get my credit good, you know, so we could prepare for our house. But I tell you guys, it has been nothing but a year of transformation. Oh my God. All right, babe. Just a year transformation for not only myself, but for my husband as well. He's going to speak on his experience. And just that 1 year, how my credit score has increased in over 100 points in a year. And how, you know, I was able to go purchase a new vehicle, not trying to purchase a new vehicle, but my car, my truck was getting old. And so I had to go ahead and do what I had to do with no money down. So that's because my credit allowed me to do that. So I'm so thankful. But when I met Nicola again and just conversed with her, my spirit was just leaping, and I knew it was where I needed to be. So my husband is going to come and share his part of why he joined in.
Well, first of all, you know what I'm saying, thank you for having me on the show. And I just wanted to say, I joined the credit repair company because my wife, you know what I'm saying, she had joined it, and I wanted to see if it worked. So once I was able to see that it was working for her, and she was able to get some of the negative stuff off her credit, and her credit score was starting to increase, I said, well, I might as well jump in too. And then, you know what I'm saying, for me being an entrepreneur, I said I'll get in as an agent as well, because I don't mind telling people about what works. You know what I'm saying? So for me, you know what I'm saying, once I seen that it was working for my wife, I jumped right in and I did it. So now it's definitely helped me and showed me a different way of life. You know what I'm saying? It makes me make better purchases. It makes me, I have conscious decisions on, you know, when I'm buying things, of how it can affect my credit, you know what I'm saying, positively or negatively. You know, so it's just been a blessing to be able to, you know, to learn about credit. Because, I mean, credit always been there, but I didn't have the knowledge and the education of why it was important, you know. So that was one of the reasons why I joined the company.
Okay. So, and after that, our lives and just begin to change in our own personal growth. As you guys who know me, just coming on a journey with me personally on the growth part. That's what I'm talking about. And she challenges you. She just get on and she just be herself. And in the midst, she just challenges you. Every morning we're on that inspirational call where when I say power start your day, she is the head of it. And she is just challenging you to go to a whole nother level, which, you know, she tapped into where God has me going, which is how I'm doing these videos. So she's part of the inspiration of just really pulling out and just really going in. And so I told you guys before I joined the company, you know, I was like you, didn't really think credit was necessary. You know, oh, I'll just get a car, you know, pay the higher interest rate, not knowing that that was a foolish decision. You know, God said, when you put away childish things, you know, when you become a man and you put away childish things, your thought process is different. I know I ain't said quite the way you said it, but that's what it is. Okay. So, you know, when you trying to do better, when you know better, you do better. So with us just doing better, it definitely has been a blessing in our lives. And so with us doing that, we just trying to help you guys to be in a better place next year too at the same time. And we all know that credit takes not only just one, you know, people think you could just have your credits cleaned up, but most people that I've spoken to, it takes them 2 or 3 years to get their credit score where they want it to be. So just depending on where you starting out at. And a lot of people that I've been speaking to have been having 4s and 5, you know, some 6s credit scores. And it's taking them a minute, and then you got some who has that and just have not started. So you don't want to be out there going into 2019 still stuck in the same place that you are right now if you have not started it. So, you know our minds speak to us, right? Our mind kind of tell us, you know, when we first started, like, you know, where's this thing going? But as we've been in it, it's just been proven that God is just so surreal in this thing and just taking us to so many levels personally, developing us. And so with the credit, so now we have our credit card. I have a credit card now after not having one for about 28 years because I said if I can't pay for it with cash, then I don't need it or don't want it. I didn't do layaway. I was able to, I'll wait till I had the money or saved up for it. So now I have a credit card, which my husband have how many, babe?
Say not one. Uh-oh. Let's stick together.
2 and 3. So my husband is already into the credit buying power as well as myself. So how do you feel just when you got your first credit card, babe?
Well, it feels good because I was the same type of person. I would save, and if I wanted something, I would save, and I would get the money and buy it. You know, however, when you go to rent a car and you have the cash to rent the car, and they tell you that even though you get the cash, you can't rent the car because you need a credit card. Or if you go to make a purchase online and you have cash in your hand and you see something that you like online, but you can't put your money through the phone, they don't have that yet, you know, so. It's definitely great, you know, it felt good to be able to have a card, to be able to buy stuff, to be able to get things on your word, you know what I'm saying? And not actually having the cash on hand, but having the trust into a card that, you know, shouldn't have a trust that somebody would trust you
Hey, sis.
to get the oh, that's it.
Uh-huh.
Anytime. Yeah, so it's definitely was a blessing to, you know, get the card and have the card and be able to use it, and seeing that the difference of how people treat you, even when you go and you pay for stuff, is like sometimes the using a credit card would be less expensive than using cash, you know. So it just definitely was a great thing for me to be able to accumulate a card.
Awesome. So, as I said, since joining and from a year ago today, my credit score has increased over 100 points. And so I'm so thankful for that, because I probably would still be in the same place had I not started. So we just encouraging you guys. It's
Yes.
just been such a wonderful experience this whole year of transformation for us both. We have been doing things as far as that personal development with Natalie Lowell, taking her class, investing, because you know nothing comes for free. So we are investing into ourselves this year. It's been class after class.
Yes. So YouTube at the YouTube,
Yeah.
Zoom call at the Zoom call.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Morning after morning. But it's a blessing. It's like working out. You know what I'm saying? When you first start working out, you get kind of sore. You get kind of overwhelmed. But the more and more you do it, the more that your body wants it. So it's like a routine. It's like most successful people, they have a routine. They just usually don't get rich overnight if they want to sustain their wealth. So a lot of people, you have to change your ways of thinking. You have to invest into yourself. You have to have mentors. You have to follow people that's already doing it. So, you know what I'm saying? If someone's already doing it, just use their playbook. You ain't got to make it up yourself. Just duplicate what they're doing, and then it will make your situation better. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I said. And like we say with the credit, you know what I'm saying? This is nothing that we just got into it and then overnight it happened. We had to take time. We had to take classes. We had to learn. We had to go on trips. We had to go, you know what I'm saying, involve ourselves around people. We had to study. And it's, you know what I'm saying? So it's for you. If you want something different, you got to do something different. And, you know, credit is power. It's definitely good to have cash, but it's even more amazing to have credit.
Yes. And so we just wanted to share our experience with you guys because, you know, hey, India, because, you know, when you guys can hear our story and the struggles that or things that we went through, you know, having things removed off our credit score. My husband had a bankruptcy. He can tell you that.
Yes.
He had a bankruptcy too. So we just had those things removed off our credit, and we're just moving on along. We just taking it, you know, life together. We've newly married a year and a half ago, going to be 2 years in June. So we're looking forward to that. And we just know what God has told us at that time when we came together. And we see what God is doing. And some of the other things that He has been showing us is just God. We already know is God, and we can't do it without Him. So as you guys see us do our videos, it's going to be truly us doing what God told us to do and just coming out trying to help other people. Because at the end of the day, we're both givers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we don't mind giving and, you know, having a discerning spirit. Yep, show some love, Teresa. Hey, Michelle Marquel. I need glasses. Hey, family.
Right.
So, but anyway, I just wanted to come on and, you know, we just wanted to share our story with you guys. So, you know, it's been working for us, just getting our credit together, having that will put in place, that power of attorney that I spoke on yesterday. You know, just sharing with you guys on how credit can definitely change your life. How if you just get started, you know, people want to wait till 2019 to get started. I've already said that we wanted to bless 10 families, 10 people, and for people to just come on and get on board before 2019 gets here.
Yes.
You know, and you don't want to wait because we never know what tomorrow brings. And excuses. Well, I don't have enough money. It's Christmas. It's this. It's that. It's all an excuse. It's a part of excuses. Is a part of fear, for feeling like you may not have the money to do it. But trust me, when you're stepping out on faith and you just trying to do something to better you, to have that financial freedom, then you have to see how God is just going to really move in your life. Because this has definitely been a faith walk. Um, it hasn't been a struggle to pay the fees at the time, or when we first joined, because it's an investment to become an agent, and we did that in a drop of a hat. But and it's because we knew it was something we had to do, and we could not procrastinate and keep putting it off, because we knew in 2019 we want to be homeowners, and we're well on our way to becoming homeowners for 2019. I asked you guys way back 6 months ago, come and take this ride with me, this journey, and some people are still sitting there, still have not joined, probably still have the same credit score, if not worse. If you're not educated on the things that you need to do with your credit, then you're not even going to know how to even get started. So we're just here to help you get started, so you too can be in a position where you could get your next credit card, and know how to use the credit card. Not only just get it, but we also educate you on how to use your credit card. I spoke on not being over 30%, of usage on your credit card. And people feel like if they over the balance or max it out, that if they pay a payment, they think it's okay, but that's not true. And then people think when they get their taxes, tax season is coming up, that, if I pay off these loans or these bills, that it's going to come off my credit. But it's not. It's not going to just come off your credit. You could pay it off, but it's not going to just come off your credit. So now you have to dispute those things, or, have our services. And yes, you can do it yourself, but guess what? Who really does it? Some people do, and then after they get denied a couple times for them moving that off of there, they give up, because it takes more than just once. You got to be consistent and persistent, and it may take more than a year or two, depending on what's on your credit. So when you have someone else that's doing that stuff for you, you paying for the convenience. Not only for that, but you also getting more than just your credit restored. You getting financial lockbox. You getting debt zero. You getting you also getting your FES services, where you getting the services, the education on how to use your credit. Hey Jamal, thanks for chiming in. So it's more than just getting your credit restored. You have that will, power of attorney, and trust that I was telling you about, the My Care plan. So you getting so much more than that. And then you also have the opportunity to be able to apply for our secured credit card with 11.99%. So we're not here to hurt or harm anybody. We're here to help, and we're here to serve you, and we're here to let you know our experiences from last year to now, so you guys will know how this company is amazing, not only just for getting our everything together, lined up in our finances, but personal development.
I agree.
You agree, babe? My husband has grown too, y'all. Y'all can tell he a little quieter than I am, but I said quieter. But y'all know I'm not quiet. So, but yes, his life has changed tremendously as well. So, with all that being said, we just wanted to share that with you guys. And if you really want to go ahead and get your credit increased, then you can reach me at 678-558-3524, or you can text me at that same number, or you can inbox me and say you want some info. 2018 is soon to end. Let's go into 2019, going in with a whole new mindset, because our mind has to be changed. We cannot go into the new year with the same mindset. So,
Well, you think any of you people have any questions, maybe?
so do y'all have any questions? You're welcome, Teresa.
No questions.
No questions? No? Okay. So, well, thank you all for chiming in. Like and share this information with somebody else. If you know someone who is looking to get their credit score increased, send them over to us. Share this video. Definitely life changing, and let's go out with a bang into 2019 with a whoop whoop. We are doing something different already than what we did in 2018. Okay, so love you guys. If you have any questions, like I said, hit me up. Just chime in, and you guys have a blessed night.